Hello, everyone. RPG Kingdom Kid here, back with some more 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. In the previous video, we wrapped up Nenji Ogata's story, and boy, how did I fucking love how it ended with him saying that he loves Kisarage so much. Oh, that brought a tear to my eye. In all honesty, that brought a tear to my eye. And then we finally did a battle, and we converted a lot of mystery points into meta chips. And I'm gonna be honest here. And I fucked up. I fucked up at the end where I gave because I was like, curious, like, oh, what's the max for this thing? I should have saved before my curiosity got the best of me, and I just kept holding down the X button, and that thing went all the way up to 52, and I'm like, ah, fuck, this thing probably doesn't end. And I'm right. I'm right. It doesn't end. It probably doesn't end. But so I redid basically everything that I recorded that day right away, which started with Natsuno. And then off screen, I actually did a few battles off screen on the intense story here. So yeah. So I actually got a little more mystery points. I got actually 132 mystery points before I converted them. And the funny thing is, the score that I got for each mystery point was different. It wasn't 19,000 or like it was when I did the video. It was actually I think it was 20,700 was how much a mystery point cost. So I even got more. I got even more points, more meta chips for that. So yes, off screen, I made sure that everyone's well rested. Well, not well rested. I mean, they're still like that. My guess is it's probably because I did more it's probably because it had something to do with my consecutive battles. Like it was consecutive battle number 59, I think it was. Or that's what it was. That was my last. That was the last battle I did with with Ogata, and the ones that have some brain overload stuff already. It's those were the only ones that were in the battle. Everyone else was either overloaded or on standby. So that's where they were. So then off screen, I maxed everything out for everyone. All their skills got maxed out and learned, and I honestly thought okay, I could do that for some, and I could get that one trophy that I was scared of getting off screen, because I want to get every single trophy on screen here during the LP, and unfortunately I did. I got that one trophy, which is, I believe, just basically unlock every single. It has to be unlock every single armament and special thing for every character. So that was my bad. And I think it was also unlock, and I don't think you had to max out the terminal enhancements, but you had to unlock them, which you basically can't do until your meta system's at level 10. So get your meta. This will be my recommendation. I know this is part 54, 53, but here's my recommendation. If you want to pick up this game for yourself, for even though you watch me play, you still you want to experience yourself, which good for you. This game is fantastic. This game has so far been my favorite game of the year. This will be my recommendation when it comes to the battle. Level up your meta systems, level up your score multiplier, and level up your chip multiplier. Get these maxed out ASAP, because then you get more chips, and more chips means you can upgrade your stuff faster. More score means you get more mystery points faster, and I believe you have to be maxed out of the meta system before you can even get these things maxed out. So that's my thing there. And then also get the score boost max too, because then you can use that. And granted, you might want to level up your meta skill use as well, so that you can use maybe this more times. Get all that stuff maxed out for sure, so then you can just abuse. I don't want to say abuse, but so you can abuse the system in a way, and it's fantastic. It's lovely because you get so many mystery points. You all saw, I had 129 or 128 whatever mystery points at the end of the thing before I unlocked all my mystery before they're oh, hey, you unlocked everything, so all these mystery points are going to go straight to become meta chips. So yeah, it's really good. That's really good. So I had over 4 million, and yeah, I was able to max everyone's things out. I got majority of the characters to 10. I believe I stopped. Yeah, unfortunately, everyone past Mira got to 5, except when we got to Takamiya, then we started only having that 1, which Honestly, I fucked up there. I think her and Mira were always at 1. I never got them to be at 2 while everyone else was at 2, so it's no big deal. I'm gonna try my best, like, and granted, it's not a big deal. Like, I'll probably, like, there's no reason for me to do it, but I'll probably replay through all the missions again on intensity off screen, even though I'll probably finish this game by then. But it's still fun. It's fun as hell. This game is. Like, it's not, I don't want to say mind-numbingly fun, but it's fucking fun. So yeah. Even though we're not going to do battles anymore, because the next time we can do a battle is when we finish everyone's stories, I want to show you some things that changed. Like, right here. So, Takatoshi is one that I changed a little bit. I gave him the EMP surrounding one, because I think that actually it's somewhat similar to the EMP move, where it will stun all the enemies, but this one, it's more so, it's probably a smaller one. I haven't seen it done in battle, but it's more so be around them. So I think this is a little bit better than the attractor, because the attractor is like a straight line that kind of widens as further down it goes. So it's a little better in that thing for me. And I also gave that to Sekigahara as well. I really want to give him the plasma arc fusion cutter, but I just can't think of what to get rid of. You know what? I'll get rid of the anti-ground piercing rocket launchers. I want to see how those, like, how do those work? All right, fire piercing rockets that ground kaiju within target range. Deals heavy damage to ground kaiju. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do that. Let's do that. It costs a shit ton of EP, but I just more so want to see how it works, and if I don't like it, I'll probably give him back the anti-ground piercing rockets. I think that's really all I did. Everything else is kind of the same. I'm trying to think if there was anything else. Anyone else I changed? I don't think so. But yeah. I think I actually did a little bit better in those 2 battles I had to redo when I did them redone than I did on the main during the LP. So, yep, can't do this until my overall story progress is at 100%, which is what we're going to do. Guys, we're going to wrap up Goto's story first, maybe. And then we'll do Takatoshi and then a battle, and then we'll see. So anyway, so the last thing we did with Goto, we haven't really seen much of from his story point of view. The only thing we saw was, like, you know, when he's talking to Chao Morimura, and he's like, I wonder who could actually kill it. I highly doubt it's like Sekigahara, or maybe it's not 426, whatever. And then it's during the final battle, he talks to him again, and we kind of learned that he had a crush on Professor. I'm still somewhat confused on a few things here. Like obviously Goto comes from 2064, and did he have a crush on the Morimura that was helping him there? Or did he have a crush on because he said Professor Morimura, which I don't think anyone has ever referred to the black suit Morimura as Professor Morimura. I think they always preferred her as, like, Morimura. The only time they ever called her Professor Morimura was 2188 Morimura. So then it's like the whole, did he have a crush on that Morimura? But at the same time, it's like, how? Because even though all these characters have their names in 2188, they're really different compared to the ones that we play as. They're not. And I think I said this once. I was like, there could be a possibility that, like, oh yeah, it's the same person. Like, these are their same people, but, like, they lost their memories of that or something. And that's probably not the case. I've also thought of, like, well, they're just the same names. I've said this before. Like, I have a whole idea of, like, this whole Project Arc thing is actually like, oh, it's basically like the way to save humanity. Everyone is asleep, but they're all in, like, a shared consciousness type thing that's going on right now. And they're all, like, they were all first in different sectors, which is, you know, the sectors 1 through 5. That's where everyone was at first with these consciousnesses. Then eventually, you know, with the chosen ones, they're the ones that can jump back and forth. But when the kaiju attack, you know how they all suddenly disappear? It's because their consciousness, thanks, Ghost Tsushima, their consciousness just, like, went back into their bodies, and they're like, I don't want to say they're in a coma, because I don't know. Their consciousness probably just went back into the body, and now probably in a stasis of sleep. This is all just a guess right now. Let me flat out say this right now. That's all just a guess. That's where everyone who disappears to goes. It's like they're actually going back into their bodies, their minds, or whatever, and they're just like in a comatose state right now. They're not awake. They're not asleep. They're like in a purgatory in a way. Again, this is all a theory. I don't know. I hope we figure this out. We probably figure this out once we finish the game, but I don't know. Speaking of finishing the game, let's do this. Renya Goto. Alright, so we're at a flashback. What up? Shit.
I know this is my first time here, but this suddenly makes me feel so nostalgic.
Oh, does it now?
Sunsets will do that, I find, regardless of time period.
It's actually kind of hilarious. I don't know when this place what time this place takes place at, but you know, this is the area where Miura always starts off in his story, and he's like, no matter where I go, at least the sunset's always the same, which is really true if you think about it. It's like no matter where you go, the sunset and the sunrises will always be the same. I actually saw this. One of my friends on Facebook actually posted this. I think it was a sunset or a sunrise. I can't remember. He's like, whatever one it was is greater than the other one. Which ones do you guys prefer? Honestly, depending on what the scenery is around it, I might like the sunrise a little bit more than the sunset. There was one place I used to go to during the summer time that had like when you looked at it at a one perspective, the sunrise was super beautiful, and then you go to a different place in that area and the sunset is beautiful too. So it's like it's really gorgeous because you know east and west. So go to the east side where it rises, go to the west where it falls or sets. I think that's the case. All right, it rises in the east, sets in the west. I want to say that's the case. I could always mess that up. It's like, yeah, I think that's the case because you know Japan's the home of the rising sun, and that's east, right? Because we're Western culture and they're Eastern culture, so it makes sense, right? I don't know. I could be mistaken about that.
Yes, but this must be. Well, I suppose it must be one of those places.
Care to explain?
So, where am I going?
I've rented an apartment under a false name.
Can't be any worse than our last accommodations. As long as it's not Rebel, I'll take it.
My apologies. If it's any comfort, I'm certain nobody will find you there.
My apologies. It is rubble. It kind of sucks.
Not Shikishima, and certainly not Miss Morimura.
Say what now? So he doesn't want Shikishima to know about. Well, I guess it kind of makes sense. But okay.
I suppose we have Ida-san to thank for all this. The funds and paperwork he prepared were invaluable.
Tetsuya Ida. And he's still missing, is he?
He should be fucking dead, but he's probably not dead at this point.
Yes. Let's go.
Aw, piggyback! Oh, not piggyback. Fuck you, Goto. Should have been a piggyback.
Chihiro-san.
What up? Okay, so now listen to my second theory.
You think I'm the professor?
Oh.
That is what I said.
So this is basically a continuation from this, which honestly I was about to say, it's like, oh, this is probably a continuation, which is honestly pretty cool.
You were Professor Chihiro Morimura, a major figure in Shikishima in the year 2188.
Uh-huh.
Namely, the leader of its space initiative.
Okay.
What are you even talking about?
Just some
Don't play dumb.
hypotheticals.
Don't play dumb.
A possible interpretation of the evidence I found.
I freaking love that the voice actor for Dedue in Final Fantasy, Fire Emblem Three Houses voices Goto. It's so... I can definitely hear it. You can definitely hear it if you're like really listening to Goto. But it's so, like... First of all, kudos to... I've said this before and I'll say it again. It's a miracle that the dub for this game happened. And I fucking loved it. And I'm so glad I did because holy crap, this is fantastic.
Ever since this
What up?
Okay, say I am the professor.
You are.
Remember, Miss Morimura is the one who created me.
That is actually, yeah, I'm trying to think here. So, not the 2188 Morimura, but the 2060, 2080, whichever one it was. That's the one that made the clones, right? Or her. I say clones. Fuyusaka isn't actually a clone. Fuyusaka is just a younger version, you know, with the whole looping thing. And Baby Chihiro here is straight up a clone, apparently. Unless this is going to get proven to be false. Let's see.
You think that was her plan? She wanted a host for the professor and not herself?
No, I don't think so, because I think... I don't remember if it's in Goto here or somewhere else, but I think we learned that it was a mistake, right? She was like, no, she didn't mean to put her memories in you. She meant to put her... She didn't mean to put Professor Morimura's memories into you. She meant to put her own memories into you, but she picked the wrong file. File.exe.
How does that make sense?
Listen, they're both labeled Chihiro Morimura.exe. One was labeled Chihiro Morimura.exe. The other one was labeled Chihiro Morimura Final.exe. And then the one was labeled Chihiro Morimura Final.exe. It was really confusing, okay? Who's all been there, right? Who's all been there where you have like multiple things called like, oh, project this 1, project this 2, project this 3, project this final, project this true final, whatever, whatever. I've been there.
Okay, say...
I've already listened to you, child.
Miss Morimura ran an experiment to grant her clone compatibility.
Yeah.
She believed that you were synchronized to her.
Okay.
She believed it was her own data she transmitted. But it was the other Chihiro Morimura in Sector 0.
Yeah, see, I was right. I was right. See, she just grabbed the wrong file. When you have like 5 files, you're bound to... 4 of them are not the ones you want.
And of course, you entered the world as a newborn, incapable of verbal communication. So Miss Morimura never realized her mistake.
This is all speculation.
Yes, and a little confusing somewhat too, in a way, because... Well, okay. I say clone, even though that's how they say it too. But it could probably be like, you know, the... what's the... test tube baby, in a way. This could be like a test tube baby. It's like, you know, it was a baby that, you know, you just grab the sperm and the egg, put them together, you know, without actual humans. Type thing. It could have been like that same what's the word I'm looking for? That same science in a way. It's like it's same method. It's like it's somewhat similar to that method. It's like, okay, here's the genetics. I'm copying these genetics. They had the technology in 2188 or whatever year they did this in. Okay, this game is fucking fictional too. Okay, so they had that technology. They could rearrange and put the genetics in however they wanted to. So. And it's like, okay, this person's going to have this personality, blah, 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 blah. So, and she just picked the wrong file. And, of course, coming as a newborn, you wouldn't tell the difference.
Certainly, yes.
And it's all speculation, but it's probably correct.
But if I'm right, and you are the professor...
Which you probably are.
I imagine you were in quite a panic yourself.
And you shot her.
All things considered, it was a staggering deviation from the original plan.
Which, by the way, yes, we learned that in Sekigahara's story. This Baby Chihiro shot Miss Dr. Morimura, or whatever, the teacher Morimura. God, there's like 5 Morimuras here. You have Baby Morimura, Baby Chihiro, is what I've always been calling her. You have Teacher Morimura, and you have Professor Morimura. And then you have Katsu Morimura. And technically, Iori Fujisaki is a Morimura too. Considering there was a version of her at that age being called Morimura, so... There's like 5 Morimuras. If you want to get to it, you can be 6 then by saying Iori Fujisaka. This is the whole Sora thing in Kingdom Hearts, okay? There's like 10 Soras, okay? You got regular Sora, you got Data Sora, you got Data, you got Data Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora, you got Roxas, you got Xion, you got Ventus, you got Vanitas, you got this person, you got that person, you got this person, you got that person. I'm a fan of both games, guys. I can make fun of them without any repercussions.
What original plan?
That's a lie. I'm going to get repercussions. Yes, what original plan? The report log.
Among the logs from 2188, one of Tetsuya Ida's noted that he'd found an anomaly.
Oh, fun.
Chihiro Morimura was set to undergo a memory transplant in the final phase. And the final phase, well, that would be us.
Oh. Oh, he's probably talking about the final phase as in the final battle. That's the final phase. But, could you still elaborate?
I don't know where you think you're going with this.
A bit of patience, please. There's a little more context I need to provide.
Oh.
The log from the future I saw first. That would be the comms log I found with my own ID.
Okay.
The first log I checked held some surprises. The author seemed to be an elderly Renya Goto. And the date of recording appeared to be 2188. I assumed it was some future version of myself. One that had time traveled into the far future. But now, I don't think that's the case. I believe it's the other way around. In other words, I myself am a clone of him.
Oh! Say what now? I say what now? I say what now? So he's a clone of the 2188 Goto. Okay. Interesting.
Every individual I saw in that log footage, they all created clones of themselves.
Motherfucker! Everyone's a clone? Everyone's just flat out clones? All 13 characters are clones? Guys, it's time for the Clone Wars. Are you fucking serious? We're all just clones? This is what I'm getting right here. We're all clones? You're all clones. You are Cleone. Going back to my Zenki Zero LP there, even though I know that's not what Cleone is, but they're clones. Okay. Let me think. It would make sense. But then it's the whole how. Well, then again, that could be why we aren't affected by the whole, people getting taken away type thing. We won't be affected by that. That could be the case, because maybe we're not actually sleeping. We're actually like the quote unquote. Let me put it like this in a way. We are clones of all the 2188 people. But we're also the players, quote unquote, players of this game. We all have a virtual reality headset on, and we lost our memories of everything or whatever, and we just have these new memories of such and such. Because maybe that was like the price to pay to play the game. So that's what they did. Okay. Alright. I like this a lot. Let's keep going with this crazy fuck.
I did find a log that proves this point.
Honestly, I'm so glad, like, I saved them for my second to last person, because it makes so much sense. You need, unfortunately, I think you need to have played as him for a little bit. You need to play for him as a little bit, like I did. But
What
it's
did
so
you
good.
see?
A comms log between you and Professor Takamiya. Her field is genetic engineering, I note.
Oh, hold on. What? Comms log between you and Professor Takamiya. Her field is genetic engineering. Oh? So 2188 Takamiya's field is genetic engineering? Okay. Let's recall it. All right. What is this?
Professor Takamiya, how are the projections on those self-replicating probes? The simulations look good. Especially the survey range. We never expected a rate of expansion that high. It was definitely the right call to prioritize its strength as a group over individual units.
Hold on, what? Okay. The simulation looks good, especially survey. Jesus. Never expected a rate. Okay, strength as a group.
These
Okay.
probes are pretty much living machines now. They self-replicate using natural resources mined from asteroids in their routing. They'll just keep building up and breaking down. An infinite cycle of self-replication on its way to its target. There's basically zero chance of the tech failing midway through. They'll just keep on going. Probably long after humanity's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Glad I came to an expert then.
Lovely.
All that's left is the refinement of the memory cube. The infrastructural storage cell, right?
Memory cube? Is that Sector 0?
The cube's made up of 5 identical memory layers.
Okay.
In theory, it'll compare itself to nearby probes and use them as a template for repairs. And if it can't be repaired, well... fine, 1 probe down. We've got thousands more. And our passengers?
Okay,
I'll be loading them up
passengers.
with the DNA of all the survivors.
There it is. There it is. DNA of all the survivors. So maybe it's not the whole. Maybe it's not the whole. Humanity is asleep type thing. But no, this is just flat out their DNA. Okay.
I've already got samples and data from all 15.
There it is. 15. Who are the 15? 13 of them are chosen players. Probably the 14th is probably Shiori. Could the 15th one be Okino? That's my guess.
Now it's just down to launching them. These clones will go with all our hopes on their shoulders.
Lovely.
By the way, what do we do about him?
Hmm.
I mean, after that DNA test,
Huh?
we do nothing.
No. Explain.
He doesn't have to know. What could I even say to him?
Explain. Explain.
Not much, I guess.
My guess is the him they're talking about could possibly be. My guess is the him they're talking about could possibly be Goto. And I don't know, maybe there's like some shared DNA between him and maybe Morimura or something like that. Oh, are we gonna get some incesting thing going on here? Wouldn't surprise me. Well, I don't know. Let's keep playing this crazy game.
There were 15 survivors of that colony.
Maybe we'll get the answers. Maybe we won't. I mean, we probably will. We've been getting answers for a majority of things, and obviously we've kind of gotten the answer to what I even asked at the beginning of this in a way. It's like, what the fuck is with, like, what the fuck is where humanity is and such, so.
Each with a clone established to be compatible.
Uh-huh.
Though they grew up in different eras, different worlds.
Different sectors.
And you aimed to replace your clone's memories with your own. That was your real plan.
Okay.
Right now, I imagine your biggest question.
I actually like that. I like this stand of him
is
here.
precisely how much of that log I've seen.
And the answer is all of
Am I
it.
close? You do have a genius mind, but also the form of a child. I imagine it's harder than usual to hide your agitation.
It's absolutely not. Now you're just trying to trick me?
Nah.
I'd say, based on that log, Professors Takamiya and Morimura seem to know each other quite well. Maybe you know something about that.
Were they sisters?
Of course not.
Then perhaps instead, Tsukasa Okino?
Hmm.
Being compatible, that makes one part of his identity clear.
Oh, maybe that was
He's
the
one of
him.
15 from the year 2188.
Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, we have 14 confirmed. 14 confirmed. Obviously, the 13 characters. Number 14 is Okino, which I've always assumed. I've always assumed Okino was one. Actually, no, it can't be Morimura. Morimura is technically Yuyori. Fuck. So we're still missing one. We're still missing one clone. So the him they could have been referring to could have been Okino. And that could have been the case. Maybe Okino was Morimura's son or something like that. Or
So, any theories?
please tell me.
Who was he in the year 2188?
Your son? Your lover? Okay. Lover might be a bit of a stretch because I kind of forgot that, what's his name? Takatoshi in 2188, they say they loved each other, so. Alright, tell me.
Care to guess?
Stop it.
No? Then allow me to clarify.
Please do. My guess, son.
Tsukasa Okino
Chihori Morimura's son. That's my final answer.
is Professor Chihiro Morimura's son.
BAM! BAM! Called it in the last 2 minutes. But still, it's like, okay. And he didn't know. He didn't know. Okay. Okay. So, yes, that was the he they were talking about. But who's the 15th? Who is the 15th person?
But not her child by personal conventional birth.
Oh.
The professor donated her egg cells as a young woman,
Oh, okay.
in accordance with the policies on population control.
Yeah. Makes sense.
No comment at this time?
Then allow me.
Their blood relation wasn't exactly obvious,
No shit.
until DNA testing on the clone revealed it. The professor was faced with the truth. He was her son.
Oh, I actually kind of like how baby Chihiro is petting the rabbit. It's cute. Fucking diabolical she is, but fucking cute. Okay, so there was a obviously they got a clone of the real Okino, and them taking his DNA, they realized like, oh shit, his DNA is similar to Morimura's DNA. So yeah, they're related.
Which naturally sparked an inconvenient surge of maternal instinct.
Okay.
However, Okino himself didn't think highly of the professor.
Can you fucking blame him?
He had his disagreements with the project staff, too.
No doubt.
When it seemed like her end was near, the professor recorded him one final message.
Oh, are we going to listen to that?
One last chance for him to know the truth.
So, no, wrong button. So, event archive. So my guess is that scene that we saw with Takamiya and Morimura, that's this scene. This scene he's talking about right now is going to happen right here. Because obviously this made it seem like Sekigahara was going to go kill Morimura. So, yeah, okay. That makes sense. So that scene we're going to see is going to be here. Okay. That's my guess.
Stop! You saw that? But how?
Logs.
You'd need a biometric ID match to access that log. So you should only have been able to access your own.
He accessed it via Fuyasaka when he rescued her in 2064 or whatever year that was.
My logs and Okino's should have been locked off.
Thank you, Professor Morimura.
Oh. Played you like a goddamn fiddle.
Indeed, the files I could access were somewhat limited. Mostly company logs. Meeting reports, call transcripts, bureaucratic chaff.
Bureaucratic chaff.
Barely anything in the way of your personal records.
Then, how do you know what was in my logs?
The thing is, I didn't. Until you just told me. This was all conjecture, bitch!
It's simple, really.
Or is it gonna be what I thought it was? Is when he took Fuyusaka? Fuyusaka's gonna be like on the floor unconscious.
That should do it for preparations.
Nope, never mind.
Now, let's see if the biometric authentication works.
Okay, maybe it's just something completely off what I thought.
Did it go through?
Ah, yes, my password is also cross 4 dice, cross 4 dice, cross 4 dice.
That got me past the initial barrier, at least. Now, with Miss Morimura's ID, I should be able to get into her logs.
Yep, there she is! There she is!
Maybe if I check Miss Morimura's logs,
This happened after, like, you
I
know,
might find a clue why your biometric ID matches hers.
this happened, but, you know, I'm just gonna go show the event archives anyway. So this happened, right here. This is what we're seeing right here. You saw that, and then he's like, oh, hey, I brought her back. Hey. So this is the scene that we're seeing right now, is this one. I'm dead. It's kind of hilarious seeing them laying down like that. And of course, he probably knew that, like, oh yeah, you're Miss Morimura.
It really is her ID.
Because he's the same.
Yori Fuyusaka?
Though unconscious, she proved very helpful. She is Chihiro Morimura, a compatible version.
Okay, let me think here for a second. If Baby Chihiro is a clone of Professor Chihiro Morimura, why is Iori Fuyusaka also a clone of Chihiro Chihiro Morimura? That means she had 2 clones. Could that be the 15, even though they still say 15 people? Maybe we'll get an answer to this. Like, why does Morimura have 2 clones?
If you really are Miss Morimura, then you should already know who Iori Fuyusaka is. Because that would mean you hid her here in Sector 4. The plan was for the 2 newborns to grow up with their own separate lives.
Okay, yeah.
Ida-san's idea, presumably.
Ah, fuck Ida.
Chihiro Morimura was planned to be placed in 2104,
This one, right?
and Tetsuya Ida in 2024. Yet neither could be found.
Okay. Go on.
I knew Renya Goto of Shikishima pretty well. You and he are very different. Except that you both make my life a lot harder.
Haha, I take that as a compliment, bitch.
So, suppose I am the professor. Then what?
I want to know the truth. I want to know the reasons behind all of this.
Boy, so do I.
But that seems unlikely.
Boy, I know,
I
right?
imagine you're not inclined to tell me anything.
And why's that?
Because you's a bitch.
It'd be inconvenient for you if we had all the facts. Considering you're trying to eliminate us.
Oh? Explain that, please.
From the very beginning, you never intended for this world to survive.
Oh, fuck, okay. Well then. Okay, let's see these mystery files. Upon testing the DNA of the 15 individuals for Project ARC, it became clear that Tsukasa Okino is Morimura's child. Though it wasn't through conventional birth, Morimura still feels a maternal connection to him. In order to view Miss Morimura's logs, Goto used Iori Fujisaka, who was unconscious from the shock of seeing a Sentinel in the 2065 ruins. He brought her to the UFO mainframe and used her as to biometric her ID. Oh shit! I never noticed in his art here that he's holding his book in his hand. I never noticed that before. That's so cool. That's actually kind of cool. The 2188 Professor Takamiya studies self-replicating probes. Interesting. Upon testing the DNA of the 15 individuals for Project Ark, it became clear that he is Chiori Morimura's child. Probably more... yeah, I can kind of see that. I could definitely see that now. The clone of the 15 survivors in the colony are the compatible ones. Cool. Who's number 15? Inside the probes are infrastructure storage cells called memory cubes, which allow the probe to compare itself to nearby probes and use them as a temple for repairs. If a probe can't be repaired, then it dies, as a biological organism would, and the others move on. The probes that depart Earth with the DNA data for the 15 individuals surveyed an extremely wide range, replicating themselves infinitely until they found a new planet that humanity could inhabit. Okay. Alright, I already read that one on screen for you guys. I just haven't I already read the repair. I just didn't do that since the last time I sent with the strawberry crepes. The crepes! Okay, so... Yep, I was right with that biometric ID. So that's the one down there. So that's scene 1. Okay, so we got the pro lifting probes. Okay, so we got 2 and there were 4. So there's 2 more. Oh, there are probably scenes that are like down here at the bottom, right? Oh, a familiar sunset, which happened right here. Okay. Compatible and clones, which happens... right, which happened up here. Okay. Okay. We're at 80%. Have to beat in the 3rd wave. Okay. Obviously, we've already done that. All right. Let's go in. We're going to keep going until he's done, guys. So buckle in. This is a long one. Or until we have to do Hijiyama. Oh, this is nice. Oh! This is after that scene.
The kaiju. Why are they coming this way? The terminal's the other way.
Because they're after Morimura.
Oh, that's Sentinel. That's gotta be Iori.
Oh no, I was about to say is that Goto? No, his is a flying Sentinel, not a grounder.
Hey, Iori, what's going on? Iori-chan? They all appeared on this side out of nowhere. Just keep running.
So this...
That's easy to say, but where are we even supposed to run?
These are all happening in auto no matter what I do. Baby Chihiro's like, oh god, just kill me.
Get you somewhere safer, but I'll handle this.
Yes, are we going to finally see her summon her Sentinel? Yeah, right there on the back. That's cool. We finally get to see her summon her Sentinel. Huh?
Osami-chan disappeared. What the heck is going on?
A lot of shit.
Don't worry. I'm going to protect you.
Aw, Miwako best mom.
Be okay.
Miwako best mommy.
I need to stay logical. Logical. Just so you know, I didn't want to do this.
Don't
I'm
do
gonna
it.
try something. Honestly. Goto-kun! I know you can see me! You've got a drone up, right? I need you here right now!
Get your ass down here!
Goto. You don't mean...
Goto-senpai!
Renya Goto? Yep.
He's fucking dead.
So you know him too? There you are. Goto-senpai!
Oh my god.
Where did you come from?
Poor Miwako seeing all this shit. She's like, what the fuck is going on? Hello.
Chihiro-san, why did you call for me?
My senior ID can get me access to the higher level commands. But I still need the biometric authentication to get it started. So I'll need your help. Though, It's not a favor for me. I'm the one who's going to be helping all of you in the end. Don't
Okay.
Are you trying to shift from here?
It looks like she's succeeding.
move. I need you to step away.
I'm okay. I'll listen to the baby. Poor Miwako. Poor Miwako. So, even though it wasn't, I mean, I think we've seen everyone summon their sentinels now, except for Goto. I think Goto's the only one we haven't really seen his. Actually, did we see it summon? Did we see him summon his sentinel at this spot? I think we did. I honestly don't remember.
UFO. The Sector 4 mainframe.
Lovely. Want to tell me why?
What are you trying to achieve?
Maximum hypocrisy.
Maximum hypocrisy. Boy, howdy have I been living through that.
Once I'm done here,
Not only me, all of America.
your fight might get just a little easier.
Cool.
Get on the shifter already. I've established a connection to the system. My senior credentials should take care of the rest. Thank you. I didn't think you'd come back for me. I'm shifting you back.
You bitch!
Now, let's get started, shall we? All units fighting the kaiju.
Ah.
Can you hear me?
Ah, okay. Yeah, this happened during wave 2, right? Even though we need to be in the third wave of attacks. This happened during the second wave or at the end of the first wave, right? God damn, this music!
Who's that? How'd you get on this channel?
This is some, like... This is some atonement music that's playing right now. This is like... Yeah, I know I fucked up, but I'm trying to make things right now.
Wait, here's a clue Miwako was helping.
Chihiro. Is that you, Chihiro?
I'm Chihiro Morimura.
What? That's our teacher's name.
I'm going to evacuate the populace all at once. Readouts say 1.2 million people in Sector 4. They'll all be force shifted to the year 2025. As in Sector 3.
To the year 2025? You're shifting over 1 million people?
So you don't have to worry about any civilian casualties. That's all.
No, this was the end of wave 2, right? I can't remember.
Wait a minute, Chihiro!
Initializing shift.
Wow, okay. Wow, that's a lot of people. Oh, hey, there's the fucking one dude from the thing. Oh, the hell's just randomly popping up in random places here. Miwako!
Isn't this?
She remembers? Universal control be damned. Fuck you.
That should be everyone.
Yay.
Unbelievable. Absolutely ridiculous.
You think?
Why am I doing this?
Oh, you went through.
Oh, hello.
What's the meaning of this? How did you gain access? Explain yourself.
I'm Takatoshi Hijiyama. I just have one favor to ask of you.
A favor?
Well, it's kind of complicated, but
Listen, your son wants to talk to you, okay?
I'm actually asking on behalf of someone else. A young man by the name of Okino.
Tsukasa Okino?
Oh, fuck you. Oh, fuck. How far are we? Okay. Oh, fuck. Okay. Got mystery file update. Thanks to Chihiro, she was able to evacuate to Sector 4 battlefield to find refuge in Sector 3. And she remembers being there! Here is where I run into a problem now. Oh, wait, no, go to the event archives. Oh, fuck. No, back. Saw me on the move. Ship of the populace. Savior in the ruined cities. Oh, survivors. Mother and son. Ooh. Here is why I run into a problem. I can keep playing as Goto. Or I end the part right now. And then the next part, I play as Takatoshi. My guess is this is not going to be that long. It could be, but it might not be. If it is not that long, you know what? Fuck it. I'm ending the part here. I have to end the part here. Holy crap. Because this is what I said. If at any point I was able to do Takatoshi's story before I wrapped up Goto's, I would do it. And I think it makes a lot of sense to do his story first before I do Goto's. To me, that makes sense. It makes sense. Oh, hold on a second here. I'm going to check something out quickly before I kind of like make my final decision here. Yep, okay. Yep, okay, I'm doing it. I have to do it. It's time. I am going to do Takatoshi. I'm going to do Takatoshi's story here. So, I'm ending the part here. So, thank you all so much for watching this video. Holy crap. So, we learned about clones. I really love Goto's story here. And let me explain why. Before I wrap up here. Because it started off as, you know, learning of Morimura's death. Okay? That's a good starting point for his. After the prologue, which I kind of forgot what his prologue was, in all honesty. But it was good. His prologue was good. Prologue was good. And then him, like, then the story picks up at there. Then the next thing is during the final battle. And then the next thing picks... Fuck! That's what's going on, in all honesty. Is this happens. And then, even though the next story update isn't a continuation, it's, like, way into the quote-unquote future. As in, like, you know, days, not years. And then the next event is a continuation from the first event. And same with this. Like, this happened. And then this one happened. But then this is a continuation of that one. Fuck, that's so good. But anyway, that's what I really like about his story so far. But I'm saving the end of his story until the part after. So anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this part of Let's Play 13 Sentinels. Guys, if you liked the video, please give the like button a click. Comment down below what you liked about the video, didn't like about the video. And let me know what you guys think of learning about all of them being clones. We now have our 14th guy. But who's our 15th? And why were there 2 clones of Morimura? Unless that's like our 15th. It's like, yeah, there's... But no, they said there's 15... They took DNA from 15 people in 2188. Unless for whatever fucking reason they took DNA from... I don't know. I hope that gets explained. That might get explained in the next Renya Gota story update. Maybe. But we'll see. But anyway, guys, thank you all for watching this video. Guys, yeah, I already mentioned that. Let me know what you feel about all these guys being clones. So there it is. There is my answer. They are not the exact same as the ones of 2188. They are just clones. They are clones. So there is the answer. Okay. All right. We're getting close to the end of this game, guys. I have a feeling we're like 1, 2, 3. There could be 3 or 4 parts left. Hold on. 3 parts. Wait, hold on. There could be 3 parts left. How many times did I say that? Could be 3 or 4 parts left to this series, guys. Holy crap. This series has been going on like ever since the day this game released, which was what, September? Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. I don't know if we'll get to 60 parts. Actually, we probably won't. If this is part 54, no, it's 53. We'll get to 56, maybe 56 or 57. It's one of those two. This is not the. It's a fantastic game though. So we're getting close to the end, and I can't wait to see how this all wraps up nicely. All the questions are being answered. So far, the main trick question I have is who is the 15th person? Who is the 15th person? And why were there 2 clones of Morimura? Those are my 2 questions so far. So anyway, yeah. And as always, guys, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a beat. And subscribe to my main channel too. That's in the description below. As well as follow me on Twitter. Both my main Twitter, the RPG Kingdom Kid Twitter, are in there too. Thank you all so much for watching once again. I'll see you all next time.